Subscribe and download over 1 million code snippet including this tutorial from codegive.com, link in the description below. Title, Python for loop backwards, a step-by-step tutorial with code examples. Introduction. In Python, the for loop is a powerful construct used to iterate over a sequence of elements. While the default behavior of the for loop is to iterate forward through a sequence, you may encounter situations where you need to traverse the sequence in reverse order. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to use the for loop to iterate backward through a sequence in Python, along with code examples to illustrate the concept. The basic syntax of the for loop is as follows. One common approach to iterate through a sequence in reverse is to use the range function along with the for loop. The range function allows us to generate a sequence of numbers, and by specifying the start, stop, and step parameters, we can control the direction of iteration. This code snippet will output numbers from 10 to 1, iterating in reverse order. In Python, you can also iterate directly over sequences in reverse using the reversed function. This function returns a reverse iterator. This code will print the elements of my_list in reverse order. Strings are iterable in Python, and you can use the same techniques to iterate through characters in reverse order. This code will output each character of the string in reverse order. In this tutorial, we explored how to use the for loop to iterate backward through sequences in Python. By leveraging the range function and the reversed function, you can easily traverse lists, strings, and other iterable objects in reverse order. Understanding backward iteration is essential for handling scenarios where elements need to be processed in reverse sequence. ChatGPT. Title, Python for loop backwards, a step-by-step tutorial. Introduction. In Python, the for loop is a versatile construct that allows you to iterate over a sequence of elements. While the typical usage involves moving forward through a sequence, there are scenarios where you might need to iterate backward. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to use the for loop to iterate through a sequence in reverse order. Example, iterating backwards with a for loop. Let's start with a simple example to illustrate how to use a for loop to iterate through a sequence in reverse. We'll use a list of numbers for this demonstration. Explanation. Output. Iterating backwards using range. You can also achieve the same result using the range function. This method is useful when working with other sequences or when you need to control the iteration more precisely. Explanation. Output. Conclusion. In this tutorial, you learned how to use a for loop to iterate through a sequence in reverse order in Python. Whether you choose to use reversed or range with a negative step, you now have the tools to traverse sequences backward. This knowledge can be particularly useful when dealing with scenarios where processing elements in reverse order is required. ChatGPT.